My name is Kelsey, and I'm reading Black Looks, Race and Representation by Bell Hooks. Without implying that Black women and men lived in gender utopia, I am suggesting that Black sex roles, and particularly the role of men, have been more complex and problematized in Black life than is believed. This was especially the case when all Black people lived in segregated neighborhoods. Racial integration has had a profound impact on Black gender roles. It has helped promote a climate wherein most Black women and men accept sexist notions of gender roles. Unfortunately, many changes have occurred in the way Black people think about gender, yet the shift from one standpoint to another has not been fully documented. For example, to what extent did the civil rights movement, with its definition of freedom as having equal opportunity with whites, sanction looking at white gender roles as a norm Black people should imitate? Why has there been so little positive interest shown in the alternative lifestyles of Black men? In every segregated Black community in the United States, there are adult Black men married, unmarried, gay, straight, living in households where they do not assert patriarchal domination and yet live fulfilled lives, where they are not sitting around worried about castration. Again, it must be emphasized that the Black men who are most worried about castration and emasculation are those who have completely absorbed white supremacist patriarchal definitions of masculinity. Advanced capitalism further changed the nature of gender roles for all men in the United States. The image of the patriarchal head of household, ruler of this mini-state called the family, faded in the 20th century. More men than ever have before worked for someone else. The state began to interfere with more in domestic matters. A man's time was not his own. It belonged to his employer, and the terms of his rule in the family were altered. In the old days, a man who made no money could still assert tyrannic rule over family and kin by virtue of his patriarchal status, usually affirmed by Christian belief systems. Within a burgeoning capitalist economy, it was wage earning power that determined the extent to which a man could rule over a household, and even that rule was limited by the power of the state.